much for joining us today. My name is Anita Eliason. I'm a senior business advisor with the Massachusetts Small Business Development Center. So we're here today to talk about how to build our businesses by utilizing YouTube. And this is one of about 21 programs that we put together for the fall, all about marketing. So this is brought to you by the Western Massachusetts Technical Assistance Collaboration, which includes SCORE, the Valley Community Development, the Center for Women in Enterprise, Common Capital, and the Franklin County CDC. And from the MSBDC and our stakeholders, the SBA, UMass Amherst Eisenberg, America's SBDC, and the State of Massachusetts Executive Office of Housing and Economic Development. And we have offices throughout Massachusetts, including 2 specialty offices, one that handles procurement for people who would like to get involved in local and federal government contracting, and also if you have any interest in exporting. So all of our services of our collaboration are brought to you free of charge. And it's my pleasure to introduce to you Samalit Hogan, who is our regional director of the Springfield office of the Massachusetts Small Business Development Center. And she's great in all aspects of social media, YouTube being just one. So we're thrilled to have you here today. Sam, I'm going to stop sharing and take it away. And if anyone has any questions, I'll be monitoring the chat and we'll take it from there. Okay.
Thank you, Nita, for that introduction. I appreciate it. So my name is Samalit Hogan, and I'm the Regional Director of the Massachusetts Small Business Development Center Western office here in Western Mass. So we provide the free and confidential business advisory services to new businesses and existing businesses as well. And we're thrilled to be co-hosting this series of webinars with all of the organizations that Anita mentioned earlier. And this is, we're getting towards the end of our Toolbox series, our marketing Toolbox series. And as I mentioned earlier, and I put on the chat, we are recording all of these webinars and posting them on our YouTube channel, which in fact, I will show you a quick, I'll show you as an example how we do our YouTube channel. So thank you for joining us today. So, you know, Grow with Google, we're a Google partner, and Grow with Google is an initiative that brings the best of Google's training and tools to get people to grow their skills, careers, and businesses. And they've provided all of these slides which I will go through today, and all this information for us to share with you to help you become better at doing what you do and promoting your business, and being able to get the word out and share your passion, right, for what you do. So in today's class, you will learn how to use YouTube to grow your business. And by the end of this workshop, you'll have a good idea on how to build your channel if you don't already have a channel, how to create and promote videos that help you achieve your business goals, and how to reassure the effectiveness of your activities on YouTube. So how do you really know people are watching your videos? How well are you doing? So we're going to touch a little bit on that. So I encourage you, as I present today, to please type your questions using the Q&A button at the bottom of your screen or in the chat. Anita will be monitoring that, and I will making pauses throughout today's presentation to ask if there's any questions. So here we go. So YouTube is where people watch, right? When you think of a video, we think of YouTube. That's where everybody goes on today. They have over 2 billion monthly logged in users. That's a lot of people. These users watch 1 billion hours of video per day. And for hundreds of millions of viewers, YouTube is always on, everywhere. More than half of YouTube views come from mobile devices, which is something to keep in mind. Many people are using their tablets, their cell phones, their laptops to go and watch YouTube videos. And for those of you who are Amazon users, they're using the Echo Show, or, you know, or those other devices as well that have screens on them. So How many of you have watched a YouTube video on your mobile device before? Probably all of you. At some point, you've asked, how do I do this? Or what's a good recipe for XYZ? And there's always a video that comes out when you go on Google, when you ask a how-to question. So those are big numbers. And sometimes big numbers are hard to understand. So think of this. Google is the largest search engine in the world, and YouTube is the second largest search engine. So as many people as go to, you go to you Google this or Google that, now it's just like, oh, you got to YouTube this or YouTube that, whatever it is that you're looking for. They reach YouTube reaches 91% of the online population here in the US. Today, when people want to know how to do something, they go to YouTube first. They don't want to read on how to do something. They just want to see someone show them how to do it. So the question for you is, how do you translate these billions of actively engaged users into growth for your business? And I'm going to put up a quick polling question here for you folks. I want to know, do you have a YouTube channel? And have you ever made a video before? I'd love to hear from you. So there's two questions on your screen. And let's see what your answers are. Let's see. So do you have a YouTube channel? It's hovering around 50-50 right now. So half of you have a YouTube channel, half of you don't. And then several of you, yeah, over almost 67% have made a video before. Okay, great. Thank you for participating in that poll. I'll share the results with you. And so today I'm going to teach you in general how to create a YouTube channel and do a lot of these different things. And let's go there. So as I was saying before, over 90% of consumers say they discovered a new product or brand on YouTube. So think of this, you're looking for, I don't know, you're looking for a video on how to do something like, a new recipe or a way of doing something like fixing your car or something like that. And you find a YouTube video and there's the person that sells the kitchenware at a store and they're showing how to do a recipe and they're showing off their cookworks, their pots and pans as they're doing it and the tools that they're using, whether it's KitchenAid or whatever type of tools that they're using that they sell at their store. The person who's the auto mechanic might be using parts that they sell at their store to repair the car. So they're giving you some tip on how to install this part that you would presumably go and purchase at their store or even go to their online store to purchase, which is a very common strategy. Where you have online stores, you use a lot of YouTube traffic to send people to your website. So we also realized early on that giving people the choice was critical. So when you give people a choice, something magical happens. They pay attention, they actively engage, they watch, share, and subscribe. So when they see so many different types of choices of videos, it's important. When it comes to choose what you watch, you probably pay attention because it matters to you. So as a consumer, you look for things that you're interested in, and people only care about the content that's relevant for them. And this is important for you to keep in mind as you create content. You want to create content that's relevant for people that may be interested in your product or service. YouTube can help you build a brand by connecting your message with your audience when they're paying attention. And so when your audience is on YouTube, watching on every screen, whether it's a mobile device or tablet or laptop or even their smart TV, they're definitely paying attention. So when you choose what to watch to pay attention, people only really care about the content that's important to them. So let's move on real quick. So before we get into the nuts and bolts of YouTube, let's take a look at an example journey people take before making a purchase. See if you can relate to this graph right here. How many of you have purchased a car? Probably most of you. Did you start your research online or drive to the closest dealership first and start there. You probably went online and looked, at the market model and just researched the car. So here's an example of a customer journey. Someone that wants to buy a new car. A new car is an investment, is not an overnight decision. So you won't just click on a car and purchase it immediately. It takes an average up to about 2 months for someone to make a car purchase decision. So this car dealer knows a thing or two about YouTube advertising and puts his message in front of all people in the Bay Area, saying, particular area in the market, that are buying a car, but have not decided yet on a specific brand. So the interested user will continue to research online on Google search. The car dealership appears on top of all the search results. Having seen the brand before on YouTube, the likelihood of that user clicking on the ad is higher. So basically, they've gone on YouTube to research this product. They've seen a YouTube video. Now they're researching more and more online. They see an ad for the car dealership that shows up at another time. And they're like, oh, I've seen them. I've seen that Bertera, Subaru, or Belize brand. For those of you who are here in the Western Mass area, we know the Belize family has a lot of dealerships in the area. So they go and click on that ad to then go to their dealership and find out what's in stock and maybe make an appointment and go in. So I always like to ask this question for those of you, how many of you, and this is a rhetorical question, of course, because we're sort of one way here, but if you like, use the chat to answer this question. How many of you have watched a video and purchased immediately? Like, have you gone on YouTube, I don't know, whatever it is, the product or service you were looking for, and you found the solution and you're like, oh, I'm going to go to Amazon and buy that right now. How many of you have done that? Yes or no in the chat right now for me? I love to hear those answers. Okay, no, there's a lot of no, there's some yeses.
A lot of no's.
Interesting. Well, there's a mix there. There's one like never. He's like never. I've never bought just by looking at a video, but some of you have. All right. Okay. Most of us like to hear from another person, right? That's used that as a solution.
Right.
But there's definitely people out there, whether you have done it or not. There's definitely consumers out there that are going to YouTube to find a solution to their problem, and then going and buying it based on what they've seen on YouTube. So thank you so much for participating. I appreciate the back and forth. We need to keep you guys engaged. Thank you. So let's go to the next slide here. So for today, let's look at today's agenda. We're going to break down the workshop in 6 sections today. We're going to talk about creating a home for YouTube, for your business on YouTube. And yes, we call it a home because we wanted everything included in it. There's a structure to it. There's some things you have to build into it. So we're going to call it a home, okay? We're going to also talk about creating videos that help you achieve your business goals, because this whole webinar is about you guys. You have some goals that you want to achieve. So how do you create videos that help you achieve those goals? We're going to talk about how to organize your channel to attract viewers, how to promote your business with video, how to stream video with YouTube Live, and then I'll show you some additional resources. So let's get started. So creating a home for your channel. The first step is to go on youtube.com. And so many of you already know, may have even a channel, but it may be easiest to set this up on a desktop or a laptop computer. Don't go on your smartphone and try to set up a YouTube channel on your smartphone. It's possible, it's doable. I know many of you may be very business savvy and you could do this, but we highly recommend that you use a computer or laptop. In the top right of youtube.com, you can click this sign in. So you will enter there your Google account, email, and password. If you do not have a Google email account, you need one. So that's something that you need to know right away. In order to be on YouTube, you need a Gmail account. So if you don't have one, you want to create one. If it's for your business, I highly recommend you create one that's just for your business, not personal stuff. So for us, for example, we would have something msbdc.something@gmail.com. Or if you already have a domain name, which I know so many other people, this is probably a different webinar that we've done before. You have your own domain name, you have your own email account. There's something called G Suite, which allows you to use your Gmail, your own domain email as your Gmail. But that's probably for another workshop. For now, just know you have to have a Gmail account. So once you click on create account, you're going to choose for yourself or to manage your business. It's going to give you an option. Okay. And remember that after signing up in YouTube and signing up into your Google account from another Google product, you will automatically be sent to there. And if you're already signed up in Google, this would jump you ahead. So if you're already signed up in Google, you will go right into it. This is where you go create a channel. And this is where you see the options, whether you're going to create a channel as a personal, or use your name, or you want to use a custom name. So you want to pick using a custom name if you're going to start a business. Okay. And if you already have a personal channel, because personal channels are really meant for you to share like your home family videos or family reunions and things like that. Business channel, a branded business channel, is meant for your business videos, for the information that you want to share with customers, for promoting your products and services, or to give advice and share information with your viewers, right? Related to your business. So you can go to youtube.com/channels_switcher to navigate how to maybe switch the channel from personal to business or vice versa. And you can go through that process. So the first thing you want to do once you have your YouTube channel created, you want to upload your profile picture, which could be your logo or an image of a product you sell. Remember, when people watch your videos, they will see your profile picture right next to your channel name. So I can show you right here. For this particular screenshot, they just kind of left it open there, the G, but I'll show you when we go into our YouTube channel what we chosen, which is our logo. The next thing you want to do is give a description of your business. Tell your customers or your viewers, what this channel is about. Be descriptive. The more information and description about your product and services you can give in this section, the better. Also, don't forget to add your website and any social links that you want to share. Those will also show up in the About tab. So now let's look at how you can customize your channel. So there are different things you want to look at here. You want to personalize your channel. The first thing is channel art. The channel art at the top here, it shows as a background or banner at the top of your YouTube page. You can use it to brand your channel's identity and give your page a unique look and feel. Be sure to check your channel art to see how it looks on both the desktop and mobile devices. Channel art can look different on a desktop, mobile, or a TV. Larger images may be cropped. For the best results on all devices, it is recommended that you use the 2560 by 1440 pixel image. All right. And if you're not sure exactly what the size of that image should be, I highly recommend using this tool that many of you probably know of. It's called Canva. Anita, if you don't mind typing that in the chat, www.canva.com. It's one of my favorite tools. There's a free version and there's a paid version. And that's what I use to create all of our thumbnails for our videos. And you can also use to create that YouTube channel art. So the next thing you want to look is adding sections to your YouTube channel page to organize your videos. You can organize and promote the content you want to highlight on your channel using the sections. Each section helps you group the videos together to help your audience make decisions on what they want to watch. You can have up to 10 sections in one channel. And the next thing is to upload videos or go live. You have to click that little camera on top, the little camera on the top with the plus. That's how you'll be able to either go live on a stream, like if you just want to quickly get on there and show a video about a product or service or some offer that you want to share with people. Or you can upload a video that you've already pre-recorded and edited and then put it on YouTube.
A lot of great comments about Canva. Canva rules. I love Canva.
Oh yeah, I
So a
love
lot of
Canva
people
too.
are using Canva.
I love Canva too. So here's an example of a fully developed YouTube channel. It's called Divas Can Cook. It's a food theme today. My example earlier was about a person showing, doing a cook show and showing off their products. And now this is the example that we're using today. Divas Can Cook. Now notice their banner and links within the channel art and the logo under the channel art and their info. There's a little video here too, where you see meet Monique, Divas Can Cook. That's the channel trailer. It's like a movie trailer, and they use it as a way to offer a preview on your channel's offerings, so viewers will want to subscribe. Also notice that these images on the banner, they're beautiful. I mean, there's really delicious food. There's people looking at you. It's really engaging you. So when you're really putting together your channel art, you need to use images like that really represent your business and engage your audience. The same thing with her profile image. It's friendly. She's open. She's engaging. It's crisp. And I think, is that orange juice or a mimosa or something like that? I don't know, but it's making me thirsty. Or hungry too as well. So keep in mind that you'll eventually have playlists as you add more videos, and your playlist that you put in here and that second tab that you'll see there will allow you to organize videos so that it will be easier for your viewers to navigate your channel. So let's see here. So I want to show you real quick. I'm going to switch screens real quick and let's see. I want to show you our YouTube channel as well. Go
So
ahead.
Sam, if someone puts like files, the different YouTube videos in files, is that easier for someone to navigate? Like, let's say someone has 100 videos. Are they better off just having 100 videos listed or having 10 different categories of 10 each so someone can narrow it down? And from a search engine optimization standpoint.
Well, so I mean, from the search engine optimization point of view, what's really important is the descriptions that you use, the keywords that you use on the title of the video and the description of the video. You want to be very descriptive, and you want to use those keywords that people who are looking at that topic will use when they search. So you almost have to get into their head and see, like, what would someone that's looking for my type of product search for? And there's other tools out there like Google Search Console where you can kind of also get some ideas, look up those keywords and find out how people are searching for things, because there may be certain keywords or phrases that they're using. So I want to quickly show you our YouTube channel. So some of you are very familiar with this channel, and I just want to, kind of bring to life some of the examples that were in the presentation. So here on the top right, we have that banner. I did have at some point all those awesome images of people and everything like that, but then I said to myself, we want to really just bring to light that we've been around for a long time, since 1980. So this is not just an overnight little program that was put together to help small businesses. So I put that on the top. That was my decision. It seems like it's working out pretty good. Oh, let's go back. Oh, I'm going to the back end. Hold on. Let me move the screen around. Here we go. We're back. Okay. So on the top right, you'll see too here on the right, I don't know if you can see this, is MSPDC website. So that shows up there because I went through some of I'm going to be showing you in a little bit some of the other things you can do here to customize your channel. Actually, let me just click there right there. I go to customize channel, and there's layout, there's branding, and basic info. So I went in all of these tabs, folks. I went into all of these tabs and tried to fill in as much information. So on the layout, here's where you do the video spotlight, that channel trailer, and and then you can also select a feature video. So in order to select a feature video or a channel trailer, the videos need to be already uploaded in your YouTube channel. So I know that makes sense, but I just wanted to make sure you were you had that in mind. It can't be from another channel. It needs to be already on your channel, uploaded directly. Branding. We chose our profile picture. Unfortunately, we're a little limited in terms of graphic design here, so it's a little bit cut off, but we do our best here. So we had a square logo, but there are ways to create your square logo into a round logo, and I'm sure you can use Canva and get creative on doing that. And then this is where you can change that banner image, and put in a new one, and then see the video watermark at the bottom right of the screen where someone's watching a video. That's where we put our logo as well, and it shows up a lot better in square format there, so that's fine. And then the basic info, here's where we put a description, then we put in that website so that you saw that it showed up at the top next to the channel art. We put our website there, and you can add an email, there's different things. You can put in a link on the banner as well. So that's where you go for that. So I'm going to go back. Oh, wait, I want to show you a few things here as well. So if we go back to the channel. Here we go. So we go back to the channel. You can see, so we have our trailer comes up first. Then we have our playlist. So the first playlist I decided to put on here purposely, intentionally, was the Marketing Toolbox series. And I call it And More because some of the webinars here are not part of the Marketing Toolbox series, but they're all related to marketing. So I've decided to put that there. Then we have uploads, the most recent uploads show up in this section, and then any popular uploads. One could argue could put popular uploads before that one, but I wanted people to know which were the latest videos that were added. And so I decided to do it that way, but you can do it any way you want. And again, you will go to customize. Oh, it does. Wait a minute. Okay. Yeah, you go to customize channel to do that. This is where you add your sections. And again, I think I mentioned this before, you can add up to 10 sections. So I've only decided to have 3, but you can have as many sections as you want. And sections are good as grouping your videos so that people can find related videos to each other. So any questions, Anita?
Yeah, there is a question actually. So if somebody goes on, so for example, after today, there'll be a YouTube on our channel about utilizing YouTube to grow your business. If somebody goes in and they just go into youtube.com and it says using YouTube to grow your business, how do people get farther up in the search? Because there's probably thousands of YouTubes on particular subjects. If someone doesn't know enough, let's say to come to the MSBDC and then do that, how will they find it when they just search generically?
Right. That's $1 million question, isn't
Oh,
it?
it is?
Yeah, there is a time where we'll talk about that, how to promote your videos on YouTube. But YouTube uses, just like Google does with the search and algorithm, to show the results of the search. And so it's really focused on comments, likes, viewers,
Okay,
relevance. Yeah, so there's a formula to that, and it goes back to the search engine optimization, and also making sure that enough people, that you're promoting your videos and asking people to like and share and view it.
I see.
So
Right.
you have to actively share this with your audience. So if you have a restaurant, for example, and or maybe a restaurant, not a good example. Let me think. A retail store, a clothing store, and you might be online right now, but when we were in brick and mortar, you might have some type of sign in your store saying, "We're on YouTube. Check us out." Every Friday, we do a live YouTube stream of all of the new clothing that's coming in, or the Friday,
I see.
whatever it is. So you have to actively be promoting it in order for people to see you. So,
Okay. Yeah. And another thing, we have a couple of specific questions. How do you do watermarking where we had the MSBDC down in the right-hand corner. How do you watermark the pages?
Yes, so the watermark is actually here on channel customization,
Okay.
and you go to branding, and on the bottom right, that's where you pick your watermark.
Okay.
You know, and what I've seen people do, like I put my logo on there. I've seen other YouTubers out there, YouTube creators that put in subscribe, like a big like white background and subscribe
Mhm.
letters. You know, that I think that's kind of cool too. It depends on your preference, but I prefer to use my the logo for our organization. But you can
Okay.
use any image there.
Okay.
But this is where you would choose that image. You can hit on change and then change the image to whatever you
Got
want.
it. Branding and then video watermark. Okay. And what about adding a video channel as a business if you already have a personal channel? How would you go about doing that? Do you
Yep.
create a second channel or are they
Yes.
both, you create a different channel? Okay.
Absolutely. You create a second channel and use that other option that I showed you at the beginning that said
Okay.
not choose the one that says with your name, but choose the one that says with another name for the business.
Okay. But you can use the same email address or are you opening up a new Gmail for us? Do you have to have a discrete email for each channel or you can just use the same email?
That's a great question. So I'm going to go here and see, I have this open where I have several YouTube channels.
Okay.
For me, to be quite honest, there may be a way to do it from the same email, but I use different emails. It
Okay.
just clean it that way. But once I'm in YouTube, see, I have the Somali S Hogan SM Hogan 413 at gmail.com. That's my other YouTube channel. Then I have this. This is my personal channel. The one that nobody knows about. There's no subscribers there whatsoever.
Okay.
This is my own personal brand channel where I share interviews of entrepreneurs and various people in the community. So I got so many subscribers. I got 8. So
Oh, yay.
maybe after the day I'll get more. Who knows? And then so I use different Gmail addresses, and it's super simple to switch. You can go right in here, click that your icon account, and just switch from channel to channel. So it's really
Okay.
not a big deal.
Great. Thank you.
You're welcome. And this is coming from a woman who has like 7 different Gmail addresses. So take it as you will, the advice. All right, here we go. Let's go back to the presentation here. Okay, present. Okay, so we talked about divas, we talked about channel treatment. So we're on the second section of today's webinar, 140. Okay, we're doing good. So create videos. We're going to talk about creating videos that help you achieve your business goals. So this is how it used to be, right? Videos used to be this big super production, and you have the director and the big cameras and the fussy microphones that like hover over your head, and all this stuff. That's how videos used to be shot all the time. Obviously today this is still being done that way. However, all of us have accessibility to shoot videos now with our cell phones, with the cameras. Our phones have the ability to do video really great. The sound, and there's different ways to get around that, right? Some of us get selfie sticks too, and there's ways of controlling the selfie stick so you can kind of take a video yourself, so you don't even need a second person to do that. There's wireless Bluetooth headsets, little earbuds with the microphone in it, so people can still hear you even though you have the phone far away. There's all these different things you can do to create really great content for video for YouTube. So, in terms of a video concept, right? Because that's the first thing you might ask yourself, like, what do I do for when I do a video? And I want to ask you a quick question here on the poll. Just bear with me. I've been sharing the poll, so sorry. For those of you, I hope you were able to get that off your screen. I didn't realize that was going on. Okay. So how many of you, if you can tell me in the chat, I think we asked this question earlier, have ever created a video? And I think some of you, they say yes. So, what is the purpose purpose of your video, right? What is the story you're trying to tell? That's the first thing that you want to talk about. And I'll give you my 5 tips. This is Sammy's 5 tips for creating an awesome YouTube video. Okay, you ready? Hope you have pen and paper in front of you. The first thing, you want to pick a topic you love and are excited about. You want to write a short script, right? A short script, because you want to keep this, I'll talk about that a little bit more, but you want to keep it concise and to the point. You want to decide where you want to shoot the video and how. You're going to use your smartphone or your tablet or maybe a professional camera to shoot it. And then you want to set up cameras, the lighting, the sound, as I mentioned before, those little tips. And the most important is to have fun. You got to have fun with this. It needs to be something that you're passionate about, that you really enjoy telling people about, because your audience will notice. If you are like, welcome to today's video, thank you for joining me. Like no one, I mean, they might just watch it for the amusement of it. But other than that, it's not really going to engage people. You have to be excited about what you're talking about. So who should start in your video? A lot of folks, I think they do themselves, but you can also choose your customers or employees, other people who are excited to share about their experience. Whoever you choose to start in your video will become the face of your business, and it's okay to engage your customers and your employees in it, especially if they have a really great story to tell. So how can you best capture the sights and sound of your video? I did share with you the ideas with the Bluetooth mic or the Bluetooth headphones or the selfie stick. Definitely get a tripod. If you're going to be shooting videos yourself using your cell phone, the best thing you can buy is, go to Amazon or go to your local, I love shopping small, so try to find your local camera store if you can. And if you have one nearby, or go into the website and get a tripod from them. They're super cheap and easy to use. So this would be very helpful, as well as some lighting. Invest in some lighting, whether you get one of those large lamps that have indirect lighting, or some type of like soft white lighting. You want to invest in some lighting to make sure your videos have light. So once you shoot everything, right, what's the best way to edit it? That's a question that we get a lot. So I personally use iMovie, because I'm a Mac person. I go between Mac and PC all the time, but I'm really mostly with Mac computers. So I use iMovie. There's other video editors out there that you can use that are with PC, and so you might be able to get a video editor already if you have Windows 10. I believe there's a free video editor that comes with it. It's not incredibly user-friendly. It's got some limitations, but guess what? I've used it. I've gone to Windows 10, just type in the search box, video editor, and I've been able to get a video editor there and put a couple YouTube channels, good YouTube videos out there just using that video editor. So you want to make a strong impression in the first 5 to 15 seconds and deliver a compelling call to action or timely offer. So keep those in mind when you are writing your script, so for the video. So that's really important. I mentioned that that's one of the tips to having a really great video, is to write a script. And you want to kind of steer the conversation in the right direction for that. So let's see. What are some of the ideas that you could have, some of the things, some topics that you can use for your video? Think about something that what is the process of the service that you provide? Perhaps, how does your product work? Maybe that's a video that you could do. How is your product made, and what makes you stand out? A lot of people out there are also doing unboxing videos where they're unboxing a product. Have you seen those, Anita?
Yes. Yeah. They're great. Yeah. Reveals. Yeah. They're great.
The reveals. Yeah. I gotta say, the biggest YouTube viewer in my household is my 6-year-old, and she loves YouTube. We actually had to cut back a little bit on YouTube, but they're just addicted to these toy videos and unboxing videos. It's incredible. And of course, she's showing me every 10 seconds. So, mommy, look at this one. So, anyway, so those are really those are some ideas of what kind of videos you can do, as well as the how-to videos. If you know how to do something that, even if other people know how to do it, but you do it your own way, that might be something that you want to share with people. You know, I knew some people who did videos on candle making, or again, there's the cooking videos, there's the how-to videos, all of that. So here again, some tips for shooting your videos. I covered some of these already, but just to be sure, if you're doing it in your home, you want to make sure your space, whatever you are, or if you're doing it outdoors, think visually, look around you. What is the viewer going to see? Make sure that that space is free of clutter. And if you are at your work, perhaps you have you're doing it in front of a wall or like on an angle where it shows your logo in the background, of your workplace, or even your store. So if you're in front of your store, you might be in front of the cash register, maybe like behind you, it's kind of like the logo of your business. Natural light is great, but remember, if you don't have enough natural light there, you might need some additional lighting. So look for shadows in the video as you're doing as you're setting up the lighting. So today I'm working with two computers. So unfortunately, I'm like on the side here, looking between the two computers, just look at my notes. So there's a few shadows here, which are not the best, but that's how we have to do it for today. But when you're doing a recorded YouTube video, you want to make sure to watch out for those shadows, and you always want to look at the camera. So I'm not looking at the camera because I'm presenting today, but when you do a YouTube video, you want to look at your camera, at your lens, at your audience. You also want to check out for sound around you. Is it a quiet space? Is it a loud space? And you want to speak confidently. You could even try, like sometimes when I write my script, I might go in front of a mirror and practice it. And I might even record it once or twice, get comfortable with it and edit it. So it does take a little bit of time to get the best results, but I think it's totally worth it. It would help you guide more people to your channel and watch your videos. Anita, I'm going to pause here. Any other questions?
Laurel, you have a question. Would you like to come on and ask that? Because what I'll do is I'll just unmute you because you had a question about how to utilize a second channel. Are you there, Laurel? Okay. So I think that what Laurel was asking was she was having difficulty. She can't figure out how to get from her personal account to create a second account. And you're saying they're separate accounts. So you're not going to your personal account and then adding a business account. They're two different accounts. Is that correct, Sam?
You can add a second YouTube channel, and I use a separate email address.
Right.
That's
Okay.
the way I do it.
Okay.
I think it's the cleanest way to have a separate Gmail email. And so what you would do is just will go to your Gmail email, make sure you're logged in onto Google, with that business email address.
Right.
Then youtube.com and create a channel, and you go from there.
Right. And can you please clarify when you talk about sharing people's YouTube videos, right? What lives on your YouTube home channel is only what you have created, or can it also be content that you have admired from somebody else?
That's a great question. So I'm going to, let's see here, stop this share and give me a second before while I switch screens in here, because I want to show you, I've done this with our YouTube account, where I've gone to other people's channels and picked some of their videos and added them to our channel as well. So let's see here. So I've gone to America's SBDC. That's a
Yep.
good example. So say I like this business resiliency webinar, which is, keeping your lights on, business continuation planning, and so on. Say I really like that. So I'm going to go in there. I'm going to play it because,
The
oh, hold on.
video.
It's going to play. Okay. I stopped it in time. So here I can go to this button where it says save, and it opens up this box with all of my various playlists, and I can pick which playlist I want to put it on. And so when you go to our channel and you go to the playlist webinars for business impacted by COVID-19, you will see America's SBDC video.
I
Okay.
see.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Or you can create a new playlist if you're starting to do that with a lot of different channels. And it's a really cool way, I guess, to kind of, give some more other options to your subscribers. Because remember, when you're adding a video to your channel, you got to keep in mind, is it in tune with the theme of your channel? You don't just want
Hmm.
to add all random videos in there.
Right. And do you get more credit from a search engine optimization standpoint if it's original content versus shared content?
Absolutely. Original content definitely,
Okay.
gets the pie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. We'll go back here to the presentation. Okay. So now we're going to talk about how to organize your channel to attract viewers, which is what you've been asking a few questions about that, how to attract viewers. So here's what a well-organized channel looks like. We briefly discussed a few of these features, but let's break it down. Channel art. It shows a background banner at the top of your YouTube page. You can use it to brand your channel identity and give your page a unique look and feel. The video trailer I showed you before, you show it to all unsubscribed visitors. So this really shows to people who are not subscribed to your channel. So having a really cool video trailer, 60 seconds, hours is a bit long because I decided to put the one with all of the business technical assistance organizations in the valley there. So it's about 2.5 minutes long. But a good video trailer is like 30, 60 seconds at most.
Okay.
And it's kind of like a preview of what you have to offer. The description, I already told you, is one of YouTube being one of the largest search engines. The description is super important to being found on YouTube. Descriptions with keywords can help the viewers find more videos easily through the search. So put most important keywords to the beginning of your description. Don't leave it to the end. Don't go into oh, today we're going to discuss blah 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 blah, and then and they say great for people looking for tips on how to do haircuts or tips on cooking or great recipes, vegetarian recipes, and things towards the end of the description. No, put that at the top. Vegetarian recipes, these tips on doing this or that or the other thing. Put it right at the top of the description. And use playlists, because playlists help folks really view your content, navigate your content in your channel. So now I'm going to show you, with these screenshots, and then maybe I'll switch back and forth, how to upload a video. You would basically go to create, which was that plus sign with the little camera. I don't know if you can see it on your screen. You click on that, and then it opens up a new box, right? And you can select a file, and you can upload your video to YouTube that way. Now, one thing I wanted to mention, for those of us with slow Wi-Fi, I'm sorry to tell you, depending on the size of your video, it might take up to 8 hours to load. But this is for very, very large videos. I'm going to give you an idea. So we're in Western Mass. I have one of the companies here that's pretty good, actually. And our webinar videos are about an hour and a half. That's about the size of the video. I can't remember what it is in megabytes or gigabytes, but it takes about about an hour or so for that video to upload into YouTube. So I I do it on my laptop. So I set up the energy saver capabilities of my laptop to 0. Like, don't shut down my laptop, don't shut down my hard drive, don't go to sleep. Because if there's any interruption, any flicker on the Wi-Fi, your computer goes to sleep or whatever, your video may not load, and then you have to do it all over again and then wait another, so you might get it going, go get a cup of tea, go get something to eat. You're an hour later, you come back and you're like, oh no, it didn't load it. So avoid that by making sure you take all those precautions. Don't let your computer go to sleep, none of that, and make sure you are connected to your Wi-Fi. Whether hardwire is best if you're directly connected into your router, but if not, definitely close to that Wi-Fi router and signal. So adding video details, right? Adding video. So once you've uploaded the video, now it's important for you to complete all of the information in the detail screen. The information will help your video be found by people in your target market, people who are searching on YouTube. So make the title something that people are likely to search for. So like the how to is always a great title, like how to do a haircut or how to style yourself. Like for those of you who have fashion type businesses, that's a good question. That's some good tips on how to, right? Avoid titles like, this first quarter product launch or something ambiguous that don't really mean anything to the people who you want to watch these videos. Adding a description also, as we talked about before, mentioned with the right keywords, can boost views and watch time. You really want people not just to like go in and view it, you want them to stay and watch. So by helping, and it helps your video showing the results. YouTube will pull screenshots from your video as potential thumbnails. So here in this section here. So once your video is loaded up, YouTube would automatically find a frame on your video and upload it. Now, I like to create my own thumbnails, and I mentioned to you guys I use Canva to do that. So I'll go to Canva and I'll now take a screenshot of the video. And there's some YouTube videos out there on how to create some really great thumbnails. So that's a thought of how. So for you guys to check that out, because it tells you about the size font that you should use, how to keep it simple and clear, but using the screenshots from the video. Select what playlist you want that video to show on. Okay, that's the next step. There's also audience. The audience, you can select if it's designed for kids or not for kids. All of our videos are not made for kids, at the MSVDC. So I always click that on. And also there's also language and location, by the way, there too. So those are other options. So there's video elements you can add to your video as well. This is going to be in those details there. End screens can be added to at least 5 to 20 seconds of your video. You can use them to promote other videos. So that's what an end screen is. And you'll see like little blocks and circles that you can pick. I want this playlist to be promoted. I want this video to be promoted. It hovers on top of the video that you're watching on YouTube. You've probably seen that, right? When you watch a YouTube video, you have other suggested videos and playlists and things like that that pop up. That's what they do. They set those as end screen. You can also use cards to make your videos more interactive. The cards, it's interesting. Some things that people don't know, they usually have that little eye on it, and it sends them to watch another video or something like that. But you can use it to do polls. You can use it to link to other channels as well, and much more. So you don't need to have any of these elements added to your video, but they can be helpful. Now you can define the visibility of your video here. That's the next step here. You can, you can do save or publish, and you can put public or unlisted or private. So the public videos can be seen by anyone on YouTube. And there's always a question about YouTube Premiere. It shows up in there. That lets you and your viewers watch and experience a new video together. It's like a movie or TV show premiere. And premiering your video lets you schedule a video upload, to create a buzz about the video with a shareable watch page. So for example, remember when I mentioned the whole thing about that special where the new fall clothing will come out, a new line of fall clothing, and you want to show to people, you can set it up as a premiere, schedule it, and schedule in advance, and then watch it with other folks as well at the same time. And you could be actively answering questions from an existing pre-recorded video. So it's really cool. It's something that I encourage you to explore. You can set the date when you want your video to go public, and you can select next. I don't schedule it. I just go public and go because I just wanted to show up right away. I don't really have to set a schedule. But if you have a lot of videos that you're producing, say you produce 10 videos at once and you don't want it to all come out at once, you can upload them and schedule to automatically get posted on YouTube at a later date. So that could be very time savings. That could be very good time planning for you.
Samala, we have a question. If
Yep.
someone's using YouTube to basically, can you monetize YouTube, right? So we have someone who's selling a product and they want to also throw in with the product an instructional video. So can you lock the video so that only the paying customers get to see it?
That's a good question. I'm trying to understand the question. So there's a video about a product and you only want certain people to see it?
Right. So let's say I'm making this up. Let's say it's some sort of a cooking gadget and it's Samala's cooking gadget. And if you buy it, with the $19.99, you also get access to a YouTube video on how to maximize the use of this product. So you don't want the world to see it. You only want the people who have made the purchase. It's kind of like it's almost like getting an instruction book with something, but now you want to give them a YouTube. So you don't want everybody to see it, just people who have made the purchase. Is there any way to do that? So you're sort of monetizing in a way.
Yeah. So, I mean, not on YouTube. YouTube does not offer password protection for any of the videos. That doesn't happen on YouTube. I've heard people do that on Vimeo. Okay. I think Vimeo, they've used it, but not on YouTube. So unfortunately that doesn't work on YouTube. But what I would suggest is that you could set up a page on your website, like when you have customers, and if your customers decide, they can create an account. If your customer can create an account on your website, and they can access certain pages on your website that other non-customers can't access, you could upload a video there. And that way,
that makes sense.
Yeah, it's already customer, and then you could have like a research page with videos that's only accessible to your customers. That would be my suggestion.
So the video would not live on YouTube then, it would live on your website.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
And can you use, if you were to go back one and you had that option about public or private, so there's no way to use that private group as in a similar way?
Oh, okay. Make the video private, but private is just to yourself.
Okay, got it.
For
it's
your
not
own
private
account.
Okay, got it. Okay, thank you.
Right. Sorry. Yeah. So that's the clarification. Private was only for yourself, for sure, your eyes only. So anybody that wanted to see that video will have to log in with your username and password.
Okay. And what about unlisted?
Okay, so unlisted, it won't even show up on the YouTube search.
Got it. So what would be the purpose? Can you think of a purpose in which someone would have it up there? Would it be so they could review it for themselves?
It would be. I mean, I don't know. Len, are you still with us? Do you know why anybody would want to do it unlisted? I don't know. I've never done an unlisted video. I've done private videos where I only want, I want to be able to have it on there. And when my family and friends come to my home, for example, in my own YouTube channel, I want to be able to quickly find it and show them. So I'll go to my computer rather than do it on my phone. But, that's the only ways that I've really used it.
And someone just said that it allows you to share a link with a specific group of people, but no one else will find it. But it allows you to share it to people to send it
Excellent.
out from YouTube. I
That's
use
great.
Unlisted for an employment position explanation and only give the link to applicants. There's
Awesome.
something else that came on. And let me see. I created videos while in a class and was able to share the unlisted link to the instructor. So it's strictly, it's your stuff that you can then share. Okay, got it. Okay, good. Thank you.
Awesome. Awesome. See, I never used Unlisted before, so sorry about that. But anyway, so once your video is published, then you have to spread the word. And you can share the video on many social sites via email, on your website, and many other social media channels. So be proactive about letting your people know about your videos. I know some folks who are very active on YouTube who actually print out business cards or postcards, and they're handing them out to people as they meet them in places. So I know that seems pretty like intense, but that's how they're promoting the YouTube channel, and they get more views and the audience grows. Yeah, so they actually create postcards. So you know, you want to share your channel on social media, by emails, on your blogs, on your website. There's really cool ways to embed your videos on your blog and on your website. And so, you know, you want to share them everywhere you can, for sure.
Okay.
And then the next part here is YouTube analytics. So how do you know who's watching these videos, if you're getting people's attentions, how much they're watching and all of that, so you can monitor the performance of your channel and the videos with up-to-date metrics and reports on YouTube analytics. You can see different tabs. Apart from the overview tab, each tab is tailored to help you see the data that's most relevant to your goals. So let's take a look here. I'm going to exit that and just show you real quick in our channel. If I go to analytics, so we're a pretty young channel. We started when like May or something like that. So we haven't been around for that long with this webinar. So these numbers are quite slow, but so will yours. You know, that's just how you get started. So here in my channel analytics, it tells me overview, the views, how many views, the watch time, you know, how many hours and watch time, ups and downs here depending on the date, number of subscribers. So we've been getting more and more subscribers, which is awesome. You can click here on see more, and you can really dive deep in here. I mean, there's just a lot of great data and information. You can it tells you which videos have gotten the most views, so you can sort them. You can actually sort any of these columns. You can click on them and sort them. So if I wanted to show it by watch time, see which one people watch the longest. This is bookkeeping 101.
Wow.
People watch the most. Impressions, you know, this is how many times your video thumbnails were shown to viewers. Includes only impressions on YouTube, not on external sites or apps. So I could see how many impressions and that one, you know, showed up, the bookkeeping. So that's definitely something that's in people's mind right now. And the click-through rate and so on. So you can look at a lot of different things here. The geography, right, where they're coming from, not surprisingly, is US. Traffic source. This is great to know, like if they're coming from the channel pages or suggested videos. YouTube search right here. How many people have, I mean, impressions. So this shows how many times it showed up in a YouTube search. You know, our videos. Etc. So there's a lot of information here. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but that's the viewer age and gender. Let's see, female or I'm trying to see here. It's not showing that part of it, but let's see here, views. Not enough demographic data to show this report. So, but you can see there's definitely some information here, especially when it goes to the videos. Which is what I find most important about this. Is like you can really tell which videos are the most the most popular. And then you kind of have to go back and say, okay, why is that? Was it the topic? Was it the
Mm-hmm.
way it was produced? Was it, let's look at the description. Those videos that are the most popular, let's look at those descriptions. Did I do something different with those descriptions than the others? Is that what they got found easier? So that's some things to look at when you're looking at this data. Okay, so I'm going to switch back to the presentation. Okay.
Sam, I have a couple of generic questions. Can I just throw them in?
Sure.
Do you have any experience with the YouTube's video editor? I know you talked about iMovie, but do you have any experience with the video editor that YouTube provides? And someone's also thinking of using YouTube Studio. Any feedback about those two resources?
Yeah, YouTube provides those tools. Those are free tools. You
Mm-hmm.
can find them. Let me just go back real quick. You would find them right here. You go to videos, and then if you edit your video, you have to click on edit your video,
Okay.
and you will go here, right here, editor.
Oh, I
And
see.
it's right here in the platform. You don't have to go anywhere, and you could add music. You can trim the video.
Huh.
Yeah, you can do a lot of stuff from here. You know what? I don't use it as much. I know other people do, but it's available there, and I'm sure there's a YouTube video on how to use YouTube Editor. So
Yeah, there you go. Right.
that'll be another webinar, but it is here. It's available. It's free. And it's also a great tool for folks to use. Absolutely.
And do you know the difference between the YouTube video editor and what this attendee is calling YouTube Studio?
I think that the YouTube Studio is another tool, I believe,
Okay.
that's also offered. But actually, no, this is Studio right here. Sorry, it is Studio right here. It's where you see is this dashboard of everything, all of your videos. So YouTube Studio, I remember now because I actually watched a video on it. YouTube Studio is
Okay,
where you can
good.
see your channel, the latest videos, channel analytics. This is your dashboard. And then within YouTube Studio, you can access the editor. That's the
Got
difference.
it. Got it. Got it. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Thank you.
Sorry about that. It took me a second to think
No,
about
that's great. And can you tell us where to find the analytics then? Those are under YouTube Studio too. So how did you get to Studio?
So, okay, I'm going to go back to my main channel. So I'm here,
Okay.
this is when I log in and I go to my YouTube channel and I get, go here and I go to your channel. I clicked on my channel. I get
Okay.
here. You'll find that
And it's
on the
right
left
there.
side.
It's on the
I,
third one down. Did you see
I,
that to the right?
yeah, I'm sorry. I'm switching between accounts here. Hold on. Let me go back. Here we go. So you saw I went to the left side and I click on videos. There's probably different ways of doing it, but I just go to videos,
I see.
dashboard. It's on the left side. So it's pretty
Oh,
easy.
great. Great. Okay, that's great. And kind of a random question. Can you delete a channel if you've kind of connected it to the wrong email? Like, is there any possibility of disconnecting the channel from the email if you want to redo it at this point?
There is, but I would be cautious. If you already have an audience, if you already have subscribers and you have an audience built into that, you might want to reconsider, and figure out alternatives.
Okay.
But if there's no one there, if you have a channel and no one's seen it and everything like that, you can request go to the help area and deactivate. You can deactivate the channel. So I'm not sure actually if it'll delete it, but it'll deactivate it.
Okay. Got it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, and then there's that switch accounts link that I gave earlier. Was that youtube.com/channel_switcher. That might be one thing that you want to look at first before deleting anything.
Okay.
Look at the process of switching your channel from your personal to like a branded account,
Mm-hmm.
and before you decide on deleting anything.
And that may be an opportunity to switch the email if for some reason you want to do that as well.
I'm not sure about switching emails, but definitely look at that option before
Okay.
deciding to delete anything.
Okay. And
Okay.
can you delete individual videos without deleting your whole channel?
Oh, absolutely. You can
Okay.
pick that video where I go into edit and you can
Mm-hmm.
actually go in and delete. Yeah. So
Got it.
we have quite a few slides to go. So I'm gonna breeze
Okay.
through some of these and I'm gonna share a quick little video with you.
Aw.
Let's see.
Aw.
Sorry about the snorting. Normally, after a surgical procedure, pets typically go home with what's called a cone or an e-collar. My name is Stephanie Seiberg, and I am the owner and developer of Tulane's Closet. When I was in veterinary medicine, I had a lot of clients come and ask if there was something else out there that they could use, and that's how it kind of got started. I had an idea. It's a one-piece post-surgical pet garment. The advantages of the Cover Me by Chewy is that they can eat, sleep a lot easier than wearing a cone. They can actually get through the doggy door. They can relax comfortably. Video can show people what it's made out of, how to put it on, how easy it is to use the potty cover. YouTube, it's great for people that are just starting a new business or small business owners like myself, because we're all on a budget. As you see that business is growing, you can always add to that at any time. We have doubled almost every year since we started in 2013. There's so many people now that really consider their pet their family, and they want them to be comfortable. I think a lot of dogs are a lot happier right now.
Wow. So you saw in that video from Tulani's Closet, you know, how they show to how they use their product. You know, she explained, you know, what they're about and how they use. And you saw the people. Did you catch that, Anita, the woman with the phone taking
Mm-hmm.
videos right on the
Mm-hmm.
video? That was kind of cool, right? So that's what business owners are doing. And you know, it costs you some time investment in, you know, in doing these videos, but you know, not really extra money. So it's really good. And then there's also, for those of you out there who wants to, has a budget to do marketing and ads, you can look at options of advertising your product on YouTube. And that's the website right there, youtube.com/ads. We won't go into details on that today, but that is an option for you guys to explore as well, if your budget permits it. And as part of those YouTube ads, there's different types of formats for different attention spans. I love how they break this down. So if you buy an ad on YouTube, there's the bite size, you know, the 6-second ad. There's the snack size, the 15 to 20-second ad, and then the meal size is like 30 plus seconds, you know, and it kind of a lot of that's sort of the content that a lot of these other folks who have lots and lots of followers, over 1,000 subscriptions, they monetize their channel and they show all of these ads in their videos. So you know, there's some quick tips for those who want to do the bumper ads, and so I'm going to skip some of this stuff because I want to get to sort of the end of the presentation here. So how to stream your video with YouTube. So I'm going to do a quick polling question. So let's see here. YouTube Live. So how have you ever done a YouTube live stream before? So there's a question on your screen right now. Tell me the answer to that question. Have you ever done a YouTube live stream before?
Wow. Mostly no. Wow.
Okay. Well, it's good you're here. I'm going to tell you about it.
Yay.
Okay, it's good you're here. So YouTube Live is an easy way for you to reach your audience in real time. It's like it's happening right now. Like I would hit that button and go YouTube Live, and they could see me and hear me right there. So you know, some people, you've probably seen those gamers out there. You know, they're playing a video game, or maybe they're hosting, or maybe you see people, experts hosting a live Q&A, like right, you have Ask Anita Anything time, right, Anita? You do that? You know, we should do that. We could Ask Anita Anything.
I love that. That'd be fun, right?
Power Hour, right?
So Sam, can you do YouTube Live while you're doing Facebook Live? Right, because right, we're streaming live on Facebook. Could we do both?
So the short answer from the same device is no. Like right
Okay.
now, like while we're doing this webinar right now, is no. However, say if I had two side-by-side computers and I was a guest in both webinars, I could have one, and I was a co-host or something like that. Maybe there's a way to do it,
Hmm.
but not from the same computer. And YouTube and Facebook don't play good together, by the way, just so you know.
They don't.
So, no, they don't. So, one of the tips that I've heard from one of our social media experts that I've talked to, Dylan, actually, who's going to be presenting on Monday, is going to be talking about using data, right, to improve your website, your results. So Dylan was telling me that it's better to upload your videos directly into Facebook rather than putting a YouTube link to the video. So, which I found interesting because he says that, Facebook doesn't really like to promote or like to show those videos that or those posts that have YouTube links on them. So, not sure if it's true or not, but just a tip out there.
So
So,
Sam, clarify, where are you saying this was kept then? Like, where was it recorded that you're then sharing it onto Facebook?
so say, Anita, today's recording, I'm
Yep.
going to download and I'm going to edit it and I'm going to
Okay.
upload it into YouTube. What I
Gotcha.
could do from YouTube is get the short link to that video. So let me show you right now. If I go to our channel and I see this video, for example, hold on, let me go back to my videos and I go to, let's just pick this video because we're here. Oh, okay. Okay, so I'm gonna stop it before we start. Okay, we got a little music there. So if we go here to share, you
Mm-hmm.
see, I could copy and paste
Oh, I
that
get it.
link.
I get it. I get
And
it.
I could go to Facebook right now and just copy and paste this link, or just share it from here. But what my social media advisors tell me is don't do that. Just upload the video directly into Facebook, even though you have that option to do it. You know what? I would do it either way, whatever's easiest for you. The important thing is that you do promote your videos the best you can in your website, in your social media, whether you upload it separately or where you just share it from here, either way. Okay?
Okay. And we have a response from one of our attendees that says, from Justin, who said, you can stream to both using a third party resource. But you would need separate devices if you want to be able to see the live chat on both at the same time.
Right.
Yeah. And then we have
Right.
someone that says, will you be able to get a copy of the slides that we're recording on YouTube?
Yay.
Yay!
Yeah. All right. So how much time we got? We're down to 6 minutes. My goodness, where does the
Yeah.
time go? So here's the thing. For beginners, if you want to quickly go live, make sure you have a webcam. Live streaming via webcam is an easy way to go live without the need for an encoder, and start streaming from a laptop or desktop using your webcam. That's the easiest way to use it. I think it's easy. Like I said before, if you want to use the mobile, streaming on mobile lets you stream from the YouTube app. So if you want to stream from your mobile device, you want to use the YouTube app. Okay, that's how you want to use it. And so customize. So there's public viewable to anyone with the live URL. Okay, I think we talked about that before, and some people were asking about the unlisted, viewable to anyone who has the live URL only. So for example, so here's a really good way to do this. So say maybe there's no Mary Kay consultants here, but say there's a Mary Kay consultant here, and she wants to have this sort of live party, YouTube live party with a few folks and do like a Q&A for some new Mary Kay products or whatever. She might just send that link, make the video unlisted, and send that link only to the people who she wants to be in that Q&A, maybe like 10 people,
Right.
so that they can view her video, her live video,
Yeah.
as opposed to public. Everybody on YouTube will see it.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
So how can your business benefit from live videos? Live events, expert interviews. So kind of in the moment, I do those expert interviews for my channel, but they're like pre-recorded because I'm really terrified of going like just live like this right now. It's really nerve wracking for me. Like I know this is going to be on YouTube forever, and they're going to say, "Oh, Smile is so goofy sometimes." But anyways, so expert interviews, Q&A, frequently asked question sessions, and new product demos. Those are all really great ways that you can use YouTube Live. So you have to enable YouTube Live on your channel before you actually can stream. So keep that in mind. To
Oh,
enable it, yeah, because it just doesn't happen automatically. You don't have that
I
setting.
see.
You have to click the setting so that you are able to do it. So do it for at least 24 hours in advance because it does take a little bit of time. You can visit studio.youtube.com and then click on go live and follow the steps to verify your account and then enable live streaming. Once you have live streaming enabled, you can do it in the future. You don't have to keep doing that step over and over again.
Gotcha.
So when getting ready to go live, you go to your YouTube channel and then you click that go live button. Um, you want to name the video stream, adjust the audience settings. You can schedule it for later, like we talked about, to show up later. And then you kind of smile for the thumbnail, it says here, and get ready to go live because it'll take a quick snapshot of you before you go live. That's if you're doing it right on your computer and directly to YouTube, not that third party you that third party service.
Mhm.
YouTube live checklist. So this is a quick checklist. Make sure before you go live that you test everything. Test your camera, test your sound, and your video. Schedule the live stream. Let people know that you're gonna actually be going live. So schedule it in advance. Provide video descriptions. Choose a high contrast, clear thumbnail image. This is the thumbnail image I was telling you about. Let me see, is there a video here? Okay, no. It looked like there was a video there. It like tricked me for a second. And see, they have a picture of the gentleman that's obvious from the video, and then on top of it, they shows a very sort of a red box and then a white lettering, so that it shows up. It's very crisp and clear. And when people are looking at videos, they're attracted by what they see. In terms of the thumbnail. The thumbnail itself visually attracts viewers or not. So choose high contrast, clear thumbnail image. Announce and gather any audience questions as well. Feature your event on your channel. So you actually have to feature it and deliver opening and closing remarks. Here's other tips: stay on track, stick to the structure, answer the questions that are being asked. So don't just ignore them. It might be a good idea to have someone on your team or someone else helping you type in those questions, or asking them, like you are right now. Like I ask you, like, Anita, do we have any questions? And you asking me the question and I go ahead and answer it. It might be helpful to have a buddy, someone else help you with that. And then create highlight clips while live as well. I haven't done that before, but that sounds pretty cool. So when you publish a live stream, archive it to the channel. Make sure you archive it, put it in there, put it into a playlist, and direct audiences to it. So you could do like a post, and on your social medias and channels, and direct people to your live stream, to your recent live stream.
So once you've done the live stream and you saved it, it becomes like all the others in a way, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And I do have some questions. So
okay,
when you're ready, we're ready.
Go ahead.
Are you ready?
Ask me the question.
Okay,
yeah.
good. Can you please tell us how to embed a link to your channel on your website?
Okay.
And is that possible?
So you can embed a video on your website. You would go to your video and to the YouTube video you want to embed and actually get the code. For example, this one right here, when I go to share, I can click on embed and I can copy and paste this
great.
The code, and then copy and paste it and put it in my website, put it in an email, like if you have constant contact, or if you have
great.
so that's how you do that.
And what about just directing people from your website to your YouTube page in general, like not a specific
Okay.
YouTube, but just your page?
So my best advice is I use Bitly, and I created a short link for my YouTube channel for the
Okay.
MSBDC, and I call it Bitly MSBDC YouTube, right? And
Yep.
so you use this like anything else. It's a link. You copy it and you use that to then put a hyperlink. You know, you could put a hyperlink in your website. Say
Got
this is
it.
my YouTube channel, and that's hyperlink to that link, or just the regular link that people visit.
Perfect. And can you give a PowerPoint presentation as a YouTube?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, can you be recording a PowerPoint presentation?
Well, like we are now,
Mm-hmm.
I could be doing a PowerPoint presentation. Well, I am doing a power. I'm
Right.
using Google Slides. I'm using Google Slides to give this presentation. So
Right.
I would just record it in the YouTube live stream and share my screen. Yes, and
Right.
do
Got
that.
it. Got it. Okay. Thank you.
No problem. All right. So here's the recommendations for you to find more valuable customers with advanced audiences like custom intent audience. There's some things here like capture and convert their attention with ad formats, different attention spans, do all of that. So that's with the ads if you want to explore that. And measure the impact. Absolutely measure, go back to analytics and look at what are the most watched videos, what are people searching for, and so on. And here are some resources for we have a lot of trained and trusted creative partners in Google and YouTube, and you can go to this website and get assistance, on how to create ads, videos for ads, or even for your own website. It doesn't have to be for an ad. You can just get tips on how to create a video. Also, there's a Creator Academy. So these are free online courses available for everyone that you can go in and take and to learn the different aspects of creating content for YouTube. And there's business and marketing lessons. There's a Google Primer, and there's an app for that. So it's downloadable from
Wow.
Google Play or the App Store, where you can have right on your phone or your tablet, have mini courses to different aspects of creating content for YouTube and Google. And it's a skill shop. So g.co/skill shop. There's all of these different e-learning courses that you can take as well. And you could even get certified, get Google product certified. So if you wanted to start, this is a business, which I know there's a few of you here in the audience. I don't know if you've left already. Probably I bored you to death because you know this stuff already. There's a few of you who make that your business, which is content creation and helping other people get their videos on the web and
Right.
help grow their businesses.
That's great.
So,
And what was the learning curve, Sam? Because you're good at this, you're great at social media. What was the learning curve? Was it tough to learn how to do all this?
well, so you have to be patient, and it's a learning experience. It's definitely a journey. When I first started, I'm gonna unshare my screen. When I first started doing the YouTube videos, I remember on my screenshots, what do you call it, the thumbnails, was just, I just let Google pick whichever thumbnail they wanted to choose. And I was like, it's looking kind of like, I caught the person who like, or like,
Yeah.
like just weird. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I need to do thumbnails. I need to change that thumbnail. So let me look it up. So I went on YouTube and it's like how to create thumbnails for your YouTube video. And then they're like, use Canva. And I was like, duh, of course use Canva. I know how to use Canva. So then I went to Canva and followed some of their advice. So then now all of our YouTube videos have a nice little thumbnail that's attractive, has a title and all that. And so it took a while. I want to say like a month or 2 months to really get comfortable with the whole process. And I would have like the process of, okay, we're shooting the video now, and then I'm going to edit it, and then I'm gonna add the music, then I'm gonna upload it. I gotta create the thumbnail, I gotta upload it there, I gotta do the description. So there's like step by step. So I have this checklist. It's a mental checklist of everything I need to do to get that video on YouTube. And it took me a while. It took me a couple of months to get that embedded in there.
Practice makes perfect, right? Like with everything else, right?
Of course.
I don't think we have any other questions. I think you've just
we're out of time.
Yeah, we're out of time. So everyone, thank you so much for joining us, Samala. Thank you for sharing your vast information on this subject. And we look forward to seeing you all again in one of our upcoming webinars. Thank you.
Thank
Bye,
you.
Sam. Everyone stay well.
Bye.